Hello guys, what's up? My name is Surush from the SketchUp Arc Studio. Today we have some new tutorial about the SketchUp, but this time I want to call this tutorial Mastering in SketchUp. So, in this video I am going to show you how you can work with the 3D modeling software SketchUp very simple and easy in creating some interior environment in architecture. It's the simple kitchen, so before we start this video, please subscribe our YouTube channel. Let's get to work. I'm gonna start my drawing with changing the unit of the SketchUp environment. So I'm gonna click on the window option, model info. At the unit setup, I'm gonna change all of my 3-pole setups to the centimeter, lengths, area, and volume. I will convert all of them to the centimeter and start my 3D modeling. For this reason, I'm going to start my floor at the first. So I'm going to use rectangle option in here. I'm going to click on it and draw some rectangle with some estimated dimension about 500 to 600 and press enter. Now I want to extrude it a little bit to create my floor. So I'm going to use the push or pull option in this place. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to press Ctrl on my keyboard, and now I'm going to extrude it a little bit, something about 10 centimeter. So after all of this, I'm going to select this face in here, click on the offset option to create my walls in this place. My wall's thickness is something about 10 centimeter. And now I'm going to click on the extrude option again and push it a little bit to the upside, some number about 300, and press enter. Now time for creating the window. For this reason, I'm going to use the tape measure box in here, rotate my camera with holding the scroll on my cursor, and now I can orbit in my environment. So I'm going to select tape measure in here, click on it, and I need some window in distance about 90 centimeter. Another window is about 100 centimeter. And from the floor, I need some height about 110 centimeter. For the height of the window, I need some number about 160 centimeter. After typing all of them and creating them, I'm going to click on the rectangle option in here and draw my window place in this place. The users who work with the 3D Studio Max knows that we have some modifier that called per Boolean. It helps you to create some voids in your wall or make your wall empty. So I'm going to click on the push or pull and do the same job in the SketchUp and push it back to make my wall empty. Now I'm going to select these tape measure lines in here and delete all of them. So I'm going to triple click on my model, right click, and convert it to the make group. Now I'm going to start modeling my window. For this reason, I'm going to use rectangle again and draw some rectangle in this place. But I want to model my window very simple and easy. For this thing, I'm going to use line option in here and take some line like this. Now I'm going to click on these 3 lines in here and delete all of them. Alright, now we have this window in this place. But I want to use component for creating my window. So I'm going to triple click on my face in here, right click, and convert it to the component. And press create. Now I'm gonna use move option, press Ctrl on my keyboard and take some copy in down place. So if you want to exit from your position like the extrude, movement, or something like the pen option, you only need to press escape or space on your keyboard. So I'm gonna edit one of these components. So I'm going to right click on one of them and click on the edit component in here. Now I'm going to use the push or pull option in this place and push one of them to the other side. Now we have these window frame in here. But for creating the window frame, I need some offset. For this job, I'm going to use the offset option in here and draw some frame with some thickness about 4 centimeter. Now I'm going to create inner frame for my window. So I'm going to use offset again, but this time I'm going to use some thinner number, about 1.6 centimeter. Now I'm gonna push this window back, make it a little bit slender, something about 4 centimeter or 6 centimeter. It depends on you. You can change this number by your own need and taste. So for the inner windows, I need some another extrusion. So I'm gonna select these face in here and push it a little bit to the backside, about 1.4 in here. Now I'm gonna close it like this and push one of these windows to the other side. So this is the push or pull window. You can push it to the upside to open it. So I'm gonna use down window to make the movement for it. For this reason, I'm gonna select it and move it to maybe this point in this place. Now we have some realistic window in here. For creating the glasses, you only need to use rectangle box again and draw some rectangle in here. You can click on the material option in the default tray, or if it's not available for you, you can click on the paint bucket in here and material will be show for you. You can click on the material bar in here and select your category about the glass and mirror. Now you can select your favorite glass, for example this one, and add it to your face. So I'm going to convert it to the group in here, and now I'm going to use the move option and take some another copy in this place. So it's good for now. Now time for the other modelings. I'm gonna create some type of kitchen with the living room in here. For this reason, I'm gonna use the rectangle box again and draw some rectangle with some dimension about 400 to the 60 centimeter. Now I'm gonna push it a little bit to the upside, about 90 centimeter. So we have some tall cabinet in here, so I'm gonna move it a little bit. I want to snap it with this point in here, so I'm gonna hold this point and move my job in this place. And now I'm gonna push it a little bit to the upside with this window again. So I can make my kitchen a little bit smaller, so I'm gonna use it some number like this, about 160, and now it's much better. So now time for the modeling. For the modeling the cabinet, you can use pen option or line option. I'm gonna start with this line in here. I'm gonna take some copy. I'm gonna click on the move option, press Ctrl on my keyboard, and take another copy about 10 centimeter to the upside. Now I'm gonna use push or pull option in here and push this face a little bit to the backside, about 2 centimeter. And draw some line from here to here. Alright, I'm going to create this in this place and another line in this place. I'm going to create my units in the cabinet. So very simple and easy, I do this job with the line option. For this place, I'm going to use one door and 3 pull openers in here. How? I'm going to click this line in here, click move option, press Ctrl on my keyboard and hold it in this place. We have 150 centimeter distance. So if you calculate in your mind, you can convert it to the one of the something about, for example, 60 centimeter copy of it and make another door in here. And in here you can have 3 openers to the downstairs. So the main height is about 80 centimeter. I can use 26 centimeter. And now I'm going to take some multi copies of it. So listen carefully to this place. I want 2 copies of it. So I'm going to type 2 on my keyboard and X on my keyboard and press enter. As you can see, we take some copy, very useful in the SketchUp. So now I'm going to click on it and convert it to the group in here. Now I need some dining room table in this place. So I'm going to use rectangle, very simple and easy. Something about 170 to 80 centimeter. I'm going to use push or pull option in here and take some push about 4 centimeter. Now I can create my holders of the table. For this reason, I can convert it to the group in here, or I can use the offset option. I prefer to use offset option in this place. I want to type 9 centimeter. And now I'm going to convert my table to the group. For creating the holders, I'm going to use the circle option in here. For this reason, I'm going to use this endpoint and draw my circle with some radius about 2 centimeter. Now I'm going to select it and convert it to the component, and you can type your own definition about the holder. For example, I'm going to type table holder. And now I'm going to click on the create. So time for the taking some copies. I'm going to take one copy in here and another copy with both of them to the right side. So now I want to open one of them and extrude all of them at the same time because it's the component. So the height must be same as the cabinet. So I can use this option in here. Now I want to take some deformation to the holders. For this reason, I'm going to select these face in here, use the scale option, and change the format of these table holders. For example, 0.6 in here, 0.6 in here, and another 0.6 in this place, and this place. As you can see, we convert some type of circle to some type of cone in here. Now we don't know how we can reverse it. For this reason, first of all, I'm going to delete this extra line with the eraser option. And now I'm going to select these holders in here with my table face, convert it to the group in here. Now we have some option that called flip option. If you use previous versions of the SketchUp, you can right click on your model and find flip option in here. So I'm going to click on the model, click on the flip option and change it to the blue axis. As you can see, we create this type of table, very simple and easy. Now time for the placement and adjustment. I'm going to take it to the endpoint in here. I want to this table have some distance with the cabinet about 100 centimeter. And I want it in this place, for example, or I can change it to this place. It doesn't matter and it completely depends on you. Now I want to create some bevel on my table. For this reason, I'm going to open this group in here, use one little offset about 6 centimeter, select these inner face in here, click on the move option. But how we can do the bevel job in the SketchUp? Very simple and easy. In this time and in that case, you must press Alt on your keyboard, select one of these midpoints and move it to the upstairs. As you can see, we create bevel option in here. Very simple and easy. So 1 centimeter is really nice for my 3D model. Now I'm going to close it in here and everything is done right now. I want to change the floor of the kitchen with other type of the floors. For this reason, I'm going to click on this main wall in here. And now I want to draw some rectangle with some different dimension. So I'm going to use the tape measure. For example, our kitchen will start from this place, or something about 200 can be good, or 150, and another tape measure about 240. So now I'm going to use the align option and completely change my floor of the kitchen with other floors in the living room. Now I want to create some type of separator in this place. So I'm going to select these line, hold Ctrl on my keyboard and select these line too. Now I'm going to use the offset option and offset my separator about 4 centimeter. You can create some type of height for it, very little, something about 1.5 centimeter, some number about 5 millimeter. So I think now it's really good and wonderful. Time for the materializing our floor. For the floor materializing, I'm going to use the wood option in here, wood floor light, and add it to my 3D kitchen. And for the living room, I'm going to use another floor like the wood floor dark. Now I'm going to click on it and add it to my 3D model. Very simple. Now I can adjust my texture size. For example, I can click on the edit box in here, change the RGB code of the texture, or change the size of the texture. I want some bigger texture of my wood floor, so I can convert it to the 400 centimeter and it will convert it the widths and heights automatically. If you want to adjust it manually, you can unlock the lock of the aspect ratio. When I click on it, this rope will be big for us, and when I click on it, it will lock for us. So unlock and lock. So I'm going to use unlock in here. I want to detect this texture, but I don't know how. I will come to the select option in the material and click on the sample paint and click on it. Very simple. Wood floor light detected for us. Now you can change these items in the wood floor light again, about 400 centimeter, but it's a little bit too high for this area. I prefer to use some smaller numbers like the 300 centimeter. Now I'm gonna change this separator, but it can be on color and white is a good color for it. So now time for the other modelings. I want to create some type of header for my cabinet. For this reason, I'm going to use line option, draw some line in here, and here, and here. Now I want to use the rectangle and draw some rectangle on the blue axis about 3 to 10 centimeter. So how I can move it in this place? Actually, we have different type of modifiers in the 3D Studio Max, like the Swift option or profile. But in the SketchUp, we have some useful option that called Follow Me option. You have two ways for creating the header for your jobs. First one, I click on the Follow Me option in here, use this face and move it near to these lines in here, and it will convert for me. But the second way is the easier way, and I suggest to you to use this way. I triple click on it, lines and faces will be selected for me. Now I'm gonna hold shift on my keyboard and double click on my face in here. Now we have only selected paths in this place. So I'm gonna click on the follow me in here, and only I want to select my profile. As you can see, this way is much faster and professional than the other ways. So I'm going to convert it to the group in here, and I think everything is done right now. So I only need to create some type of face in here for my kitchen. So I'm going to draw some rectangle in here, move it a little bit, about 4 centimeter, and you can create some special details like making it a little bit to the forward. But I don't want to use this because it's not really useful in here. I'm going to convert it to the make group in here. And I think everything is done right now. So time for the creating the cabinet doors. Very simple and easy. For this reason, I'm going to use the component option and rectangle drawer. So I'm going to select rectangle in here, draw some simple rectangle in this place. Now I want to double click on it and convert it to the component. In the definition, I can change the name to the door kitchen and press create on my keyboard. So when I click on the move option, I want to press copy, take some copy in here, and I can take another copy to the downside. I can rescale it to fit it with my model. Another time I can take some another copy in here, use the scale option and select it in here. What happened when you use components? When we use components, it will actually help us to create all of the changes in different type of subjects and objects at the same time. For this reason, I'm going to select these two big doors in here, use the scale option, change it to this place. Now time for the modeling. I'm going to start push or pull and extrude option in here, about some number about 1.6, and I want to adjust it a little bit because in the real world we have some distance between two doors in the kitchen. 0.2 from left side and 0.2 centimeter from the right side. As you can see, now the details is much usable and realistic in the 3D modeling. So I'm going to click on this face in here, push it a little bit to the forward, and now I want to use line option and draw some separator from here to here. So when I click on it, as you can see, it will change completely and I feel this gap in here. So I think it's really wonderful till now. If you like this video, please subscribe us. So I want to push it a little bit to the forward, something around 1.6 again, and now it's done for us. So everything is good right now. I only want to add some handles for my kitchen designs. For this reason, I'm going to use component again, but this time I'm going to use line option. There are some line on the green axis about 2.4 centimeter. On the blue axis about 18 centimeter. And on the green axis again about 2.4. So now what I want to do, I want to click on it, convert it to the component again, like this. And I want to move it in these places, like that, as you can see. I want to move it at the same numbers. And I will do this work for all of these doors in here. At first, it takes a little bit time, but finally, when you want to create your kitchen handles, it will very simple, easy, and funny. So I'm gonna spend this time on my 3D modeling because details are really important for us. So I think something like that is good. And another copy on the blue axis for these big doors in here, 110 centimeter. So now I want to click on one of them, draw some circle in here, about 0.4 centimeter. And now I want to click on this pass in here and use follow me and select my profiles. What happened? As you can see, all of these doors will be suddenly change at the same time, and it will helps you to save your time and don't waste your time on the 3D modeling of the handles. So you can adjust it a little bit, about 4 centimeter, like this. You can adjust the position if you don't like this type of places, but it depends on you and it's completely on your taste. So only we have these doors in here. For this reason, very simple and easy, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna draw some rectangle, convert it to the component. The name doesn't matter for us. Now I want to take some copy in here and another copy in here. So scale it, open it, and extrude it at the same time. As you can see, it will completely change, very simple and easy, I think under than 1 minute, and it really helps you on your 3D modelings. And I need some distance about 0.4 in the each opener in here. So I can use this handle, press rotate option, press Ctrl on my keyboard and take some rotate copy about 90-degree angle and press enter. Now I can move it in this place and adjust it at the center point. It depends on you. You can adjust it in the center point, or you can take it easy and don't spend your time on this type of calculations. But I suggest you to work much carefully and very exactly in your job. So I want to take some copies in here and another copy in here, and everything is done right now. So it converted for us. Now I want to save it, so I'm going to press Ctrl and S and save it in my, for example, desktop. I want to call it interior N01, and you can change your save type in the different type of versions of the SketchUp. So I'm going to press save option in here, and everything is done for us. For the final talk, I want to tell you how you can create some camera shot in here. I'm going to click on the position camera, select one of these places randomly. Now we have some eye icon on our cursor, and it shows you your eye height about 177 centimeter. I want to use a standard eye height about 116 centimeter. Camera on the 2-point perspective. And now I'm going to click on the sandbox and adjust my scene in here. When I click on the add scene, scene number 1 will be created for us. And when I orbit my camera and click on the scene number 1, it will take me back on my scene number 1 automatically. So now I only need some roof for myself. For this reason, I'm going to draw some roof in here and extrude it to the upside about 10 centimeter and convert it to the group. And now I'm going to click on the scene number 1 and everything is done for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please like and subscribe. If you like this video, your subscribe is a big support for us. Thanks for your watching. I love you guys, and goodbye.